welcome. You're watching the 7 o'clock news here on CNC3. I'm Bhavita Gopalchan.
I'm Kishan Haynes.
I am Jassy Marik with sport.
And I'm Kay Marie Fletcher with your weather.
Let's tell you what's making the news tonight. Former Sport TT board found in breach over $34 million live sport contract.
The cell phones seized in a prison raid are now the key to the probe into the viral threats against police.
Well, I get frightened also when I see that. I said I get pulled in the morning. And then there's a car passing up and you know who is in the morning time.
Valsine residents gripped by fear after Janki Sati Karim's kidnapping shatters their sense of safety.
Coming up in sport, with a new sport company board yet to be named, TNT's hockey teams miss out on the Pan American Cup due to a lack of funding. TNT's Tennis Association also in turmoil.
The yellow level weather alert is no longer in effect, but it did cause some rainfall today. I'll give you all the details in tonight's weather forecast.
A High Court judge is tonight advising members of state boards that they're not to be the rubber stamps of the government that appointed them.
Justice Ricky Rahim gave the warning earlier today as he ruled in a breach of fiduciary duty case against the former board of the Sports Company of Trinidad and Tobago. That board had approved the now infamous $34 million contract for the controversial live sport program. Rahim said they failed to act in their duty to act in the company's best interest when they approved a contract with eBeam Interact in December 2012, based solely on instructions from the Ministry of Sport. He said they should have questioned eBeam Interact's ability to deliver. He also rejected their claim that they could not go against the ministry's wishes, saying that they had a duty to raise concerns, and doing so could have ensured both sides complied with the contract. Now, each director was ordered to pay $40,000 in damages. He said the real loser in the case was the citizens who would have benefited from live sport, which was intended to help youths in at-risk communities.
Responding to the judgment, former Minister of National Security under the People's Partnership, Gary Griffith, says it highlights the importance of putting the right people in positions.
Griffith exposed the live sports scandal while in government and says some of his own colleagues attacked him. He agrees that board members should be held accountable as well.
I think it's a very good move because you cannot be on a board and because you want to get on a board and get 5 figures a month or whatever to say, right, I'm on a board. And then when things go wrong, you try to play shaggy and say it wasn't you. With position must come responsibility. And with that responsibility, there are consequences if it is that you are not responsible. So if it is that you did not know what things were taking place without your knowledge, it means even so, you did not have systems to measure performance and to make those persons under your command accountable, which is the same thing I had to do with the police service.
Now, Griffith says live sport also played a big part in the deaths of dozens.
Police have shot and killed prison escapee Abram Briggs. The escapee died at the San Grande Hospital hours after he fled from the Youth Training and Rehabilitation Center.
Now, up to news time, details surrounding his death remain sketchy, but police say he was shot during a confrontation at Guayco Terminal. Prison officials said on Tuesday that Briggs fled the Aruca compound around 5:30 p.m. while assigned to work on the grounds. Now, the 28-year-old man from Ridge Road, San Grande, was serving a 6-year sentence for robbery with aggravation. Now, General Secretary of the Prison Officers Association, Lester Logie, says the prison service should shoulder some blame for Briggs' escape. He notes that Briggs was not supposed to be working as he is a new inmate who was only convicted in January.
The service had to shoulder some blame for what has been bandied about out there. We needed to take charge of our space and we didn't. And it is unfortunate that other agencies are taking charge of our space. We have to take some licks for what is taking place.
Now, Briggs is the 4th person to have been killed by the police for the week so far.
CNC3 News contacted Prisons Commissioner Carlos Carraspi, but up to news time, there was no response. Several cell phones seized in a late-night prison raid are now being used to gather intelligence on a threatening voice note targeting law enforcement. Police Commissioner Alistair Guevara and the acting Prisons Commissioner led the joint exercise at the maximum security prison between 7 p.m. and 11 p.m. yesterday, following the viral circulation of the threat. In a media release, Guevara confirmed the siege of cell phones, handwritten notes, cigarettes and cannabis, all of which are now under investigation as part of the probe into the potential threat to officers. Meanwhile, the Prison Officers Association applauded the 4-hour-long joint exercise, describing it as swift and decisive.
The families of Kiran Lachman and Ryan Singh are breathing a sigh of relief tonight after both men were safely recovered following 2 days in captivity.
But they say there are still unanswered questions and growing concern about the rising trend of kidnappings. Shane Superville has the full story.
It was a part of the country that few people knew about and even fewer people could find. But despite the remote location, kidnapped victims Ryan Singh and Kiran Lachman were able to escape their captors from a shed in San Pedro No. 2 on Wednesday morning, bringing an end to 2 days of searches by police. According to reports, the men were abducted on Monday morning while working and a $1.2 million ransom demanded by the kidnappers. It remains unclear up to news time if the ransom was ever paid. The men were taken to the Valencia police post. When CNC3 News visited the scene, police were still searching the area for any signs of the abductors. One of Singh's relatives told CNC3 News that she felt a stronger police response was necessary, as she urged the authorities to take a more aggressive stance against kidnappers.
Because I find when they get kidnapped, I find really nothing didn't operate fast enough for them to get them in time, you know? So at least now they're safe and I am very happy about it.
Meanwhile, another relative says she believes her prayers for Singh's safe return worked.
I kneel down on prayers today, I kneel down on the ground day and put on my knees and start to pray to God and bawling and crying, pounding my forehead all on the ground.
One relative said they were relieved that Singh was found alive but lamented the recent uptick in kidnappings for ransom. And while the relatives of Lachman and Singh are grateful to be reunited with the ones that they love, the work has just begun for officers of the Valencia Police Post, the wider Eastern Division and the National Operations Task Force, who now have the responsibility of finding these kidnappers before they do any further harm. Shane Superville, CNC3 News.
And fear has taken hold of a once peaceful community.
Residents of Spring Village, Valsayn, say while they're happy that their neighbor and friend Janki Sati Karim was rescued from kidnappers, they are now fearful about crime at their doorsteps.
Reporter Jesse Ramdeo and cameraman Neil Romain tell us more.
These high walls, once a symbol of privacy and comfort, are today a reminder of the vulnerability of residents. Here, the aftermath of Janki Sati Karim's recent rescue from her kidnappers still lingers on. Across these streets in Spring Village, Valsayn, a community now echoes with the whisper of worry.
I can't even find the words to describe it because it's not safe anymore. You're not sure about anything. You can walk on the road and you're not sure to come back.
Speaking under anonymity, a 55-year-old resident says he is grateful the mother of one is no longer enduring the ordeal.
I was praying day and night that they release her, and whatever they ask for, they get it and let her go. Thank God she's alive.
Karim was abducted close to her Anup Street home on July 13th. On Monday evening, police officers from various specialized branches conducted an operation that led to her rescue. 2 suspects were subsequently killed by police during the rescue exercise. Jerome Boudram says reports of Karim's traumatic kidnapping experience have left him fearful about crime in the country.
Yeah, well, I get frightened also when I see that. I said I get pulled in the morning. And then I see car passing up and you know who is in the morning time.
For Diana and Sukai, the vibrancy of Valsayn has faded, with the aftershocks of Karim's kidnapping reverberating throughout the neighborhood.
After that incident, safety gone up a little more. Because as a small businessman, you know how it has been.
With a state of emergency ongoing, Sukai says perhaps a curfew should be considered as efforts by law enforcement to peg back criminal elements continue. Jesse Ramdeo, CNC3 News.
Well, still to come in the news. Culture Minister demands NCC audit over $178 million carnival debt.
And Guyana is mulling a Petrotrin refinery partnership. This as TNT is exploring the possibility of reopening.
Coming up in sport, Australia ruins Russell's Jamaica farewell, winning the second T20 by 8 wickets.
At Bagwansing's Port of Spain and Chaguanas, we are committed to providing quality products for all major building projects. Let's build together with rebars and beams, VRC coils and mats, RHS and angles, roofing sheets and purlins, lumber, plywood and MDF. Bagwansing's, building homes, building communities, building TNT for over 60 years. Bagwansing's Port of Spain and Chaguanas, building value every day.
Protection that moves to your beat. Protect your home with Armor Security. With 24/7 monitoring, instant alerts, motion sensors, and rapid response, you and your loved ones stay protected day and night. Sign up for the Protector or Commander package today and get a free security camera and installation. Armor Security, powered by Flow, in partnership with All Pro Security. We keep your rhythm flowing. Visit us in-store or online at discoverflow.co for more details.
Welcome back. Legal Affairs Minister Saddam Hussein says the proposed Home Invasion Self-Defense of Property Bill 2025 is designed to protect citizens who possess legal firearms, not to shield those with illegal weapons.
At one of the public consultations on the bill at the Barataria Community Center last night, Hussein assured the public that the legislation is meant to safeguard law-abiding homeowners, defending themselves against intruders, not punish them. Attendees listened attentively as Hussein outlined all 10 clauses of the bill. A key concern raised was whether homeowners would be protected if they used lethal force during a home invasion. Now, responding directly, Hussein emphasized that the bill does not offer a get-out-of-jail-free card to those with illegal weapons.
What we are doing is that we are saying that you have a right to defend yourself, but the instrument that you're using to defend yourself must also be a lawful instrument. That is why, hold on, that is why we are suggesting to you to make the proper application to the Commissioner of Police so that you are a lawful firearm user's license holder.
Responding to a question from prison officer Sean Ramnarai, Legal Affairs Minister acknowledged that the use of a licensed firearm by someone not legally authorized to handle it during a home invasion falls into a legal gray area. He said the matter would be referred to the Attorney General for further review.
That is a very gray area with respect to the law. I'm glad that you raised it, and that is something that we will take back to the Attorney General because it is an area. You may remember that there was in fact an instance of this about a year or two ago in central Trinidad where that happened. Similar to what you are suggesting there. It is a gray area, and I think that is a very good suggestion that I'll take back to the Attorney General. Thank you for that.
Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander, who's hosting his own consultation tonight, advised that the discussion will shape how the government presents the legislation in Parliament.
Former National Security Minister and ex-Police Commissioner Gary Griffith is backing Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander's call to deny bail for gun offenders for up to 180 days with sentences of 25 years to life. Griffith declined to comment on the government's apparent reversal on bail denial, which it opposed in 2020. However, he reiterated his call for mandatory police body cameras and says anyone caught with high-powered rifles should be treated as terrorists and jailed for life.
Unless there's specific data, whether it is body cameras and so forth, so that you cannot even question how legitimate it is that arrest and charge took place. So there's no get-out-of-jail-free card. You have possession of an automatic weapon, as I said, that can kill 35 persons in 3 seconds. That should be deemed a terrorist. That person should be deemed as a terrorist. And being deemed a terrorist under the Terrorism Act, it means that person can have life imprisonment without bail.
But criminologist Darius Figueroa warns the government's hard stance could inflame racial tensions and misses the mark on tackling the root causes of crime.
So I don't care if you deny bail for 300 years and you jail somebody for gun violence for 500 years. As long as you fail to change your policing to change the focus of your policing, to change the very discourse by which politicians address crime to the public. We are just simply spinning top in mud.
Meanwhile, political analyst Dr. Vishnu Raghunath questioned whether Alexander was speaking on behalf of the cabinet or independently, noting that the government has not formally taken a position.
He also warned that bypassing judicial discretion and pushing for harsh penalties like life imprisonment raises constitutional concerns and would require a special majority. He believes these proposals may be politically strategic, possibly linked to upcoming stand your ground legislation that expands legal firearm access.
Now, as we just told you, Minister of Homeland Security Roger Alexander is proposing that people arrested for possession of illegal firearms be denied bail for 180 days, as the country should get tough on crime.
Today we asked if you agree with the minister's proposal. Here's what you told us.
The People Say, brought to you by Excel Health TT, the official supplement of the CPL.
Yes, I agree, consider that because it's illegal firearms are killing people and taking lives. So I agree with that point of view.
Yes.
Why?
Huh? Because illegal?
Yeah, sure.
Why?
Well, because, I mean, too much of crime going on in the country, and it don't make sense a man get catch with a gun and you send him out. You go back and do the same thing again.
Yes, I agree with that 100%.
Why?
Why? We have to clean up the country, you know. It's too much a gun, and it's the big fish that bringing in the gun and giving in the little children and them.
Legal gun good, but illegal gun, like I said here, the whole thing is going, is for a man's own protection for his family, right? If he have 5 children with madam home and man running inside twice, and he get his hand on an illegal gun, that is for his own protection.
Yes, because it's more safer for the nation.
The People Say, brought to you by Excel Health TT, the official supplement of the CPL.
A full audit has been ordered into the National Carnival Commission as Culture Minister Michelle Benjamin raises concerns over $178 million still owed to service providers from Carnival 2025. The move follows reports that despite a $200 million loan taken out by the NCC earlier this year, most stakeholders remain unpaid. Minister Benjamin has summoned the newly installed board to a high-level meeting next Tuesday demanding a full financial review, repayment plan and a roadmap for Carnival 2026. She also blamed the former administration for poor financial practices, saying short-term borrowing before the 2025 election created long-term damage. But former Culture Minister Randall Mitchell says the loan was never intended solely for Carnival 2025. He insists it was used to clear years of inherited debt and that a proper audit will confirm that. Carnival 2026, the minister says, remains a top priority. TNT's first full-scale utility solar farm, Brechin Castle Solar Limited, is now sending power to the Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission.
And in other business news, Deputy Director at the Cipriani College of Labor, Sheldon Salino, says the social and solidarity economy must be prioritized.
Keisha Kaulasa Alonso has the details in tonight's Business Watch.
The country's first utility-scale solar farm, Brechin Castle Solar Limited, is now sending power to the Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission. Once fully commissioned, the solar farm will have the capacity to deliver up to 92 megawatts of power into the national electricity grid and providing approximately 8% of TNT's power generation. This makes it the largest utility-scale solar farm in the Caribbean. The solar farm is a joint venture partnership with BP Shell and the National Gas Company. Sheldon Salino, Deputy Director at the Cipriani Labor College, says the future of work in the Caribbean must be rooted in resilience, transformation and sustainability. In this regard, he says the social and solidarity economy, or the SSE, is important now more than ever. He explains this refers to economic activity which prioritizes social and environmental objectives over profit.
The SSC is fundamental about reasserting social control over economy and relinking economy with society and nature. So our focus is not on profit, It's about improving society, doing things that better the individuals and the collective as a whole.
Celino was speaking at the Caribbean World of Work Forum, which took place on Monday. The director of the International Labour Organization for the Caribbean, John Musa Bayana, who also spoke, says the social and the solidarity economy is a key vehicle for achieving decent work. However, to really get a sense of the social and the solidarity economy, he says data is important.
Let us do something on the data. I would not want us to have another event in the future on the social and solidarity economy, where we discuss many things, but we can't put data on the table. What is the size and scale of the social and solidarity economy? What is its contribution to GDP?
He adds it is also critical to know how many people are working in that sector and how many are moving from work to decent work. And now for a look at today's energy and forex prices. Geisha Kaublesa Alonso, CNC3 Business Watch.
All right, and K. Marie Fletcher brings us the latest in the weather.
While we're no longer under an adverse weather alert, showers and possible isolated thunderstorms may be on the horizon. Stick around and I'll give you all the details right after the break.
Get it all at Southern Food Basket. Southern Food Basket. Quality food to fill you.
Hey, pretty lady. I see you're looking for some hot sauce. Boy, move it. I have a man. See you. So you don't want no mother-in-law?
Attention valued shoppers, we are thrilled to celebrate 34 amazing years with you, our loyal customers. A huge congratulations to all our winners.
Hey, don't make joke. I know we're not shopping spree.
Snacks we buying, mommy.
Look, boy, come on, eh? Well, look how I just win a Caribbean getaway now. Rock back. Girl, I know we're not shopping spree. Well, come on, help me now. You don't have a man? Later. Nah.
It's Southern Food Basket's 34th anniversary extravaganza from July 1st to August 31st. Shop and enter for a chance to win incredible prizes, Caribbean getaways, staycations, shopping spree, and the ultimate grand prize of a brand new Suzuki Grand Vitara.
If you live with diabetes, your pancreas works overtime every single day. Between our rich foods and busy lives, chronic inflammation can sneak in, stressing the pancreas and raising the risk of complications. Over time, inflammation can damage these cells, making blood sugar harder to control.
Protecting your pancreas from inflammation is a smart way to support healthy blood sugar management.
Backed by science, Omega XL is a natural anti-inflammatory with over 30 free fatty acids, proven to help reduce inflammation at its source. Learn more online or ask your local pharmacist.
Home, that cookout by the river, or you're just feeling to bubble up pot, then Cans Poultry and Meats Limited has got you covered for all your meaty needs. Whether it be chicken, beef, steak, lamb, or even seafood, check Cans. They even have seasoning and condiments to complement your dish. So if you're looking for top quality meats at prices that wouldn't bust your pocket, then come on in to Cans today at any of their convenient locations.
Okay, I see you. Okay, let me see you, Cherry Hill. Yeah, now take it back. Let me see you rock off, shake off. Let me see you rock off. Let me see you kick right, now kick left, now step forward, now step back. Lucozade, bring the energy.
Shop Southern Food Basket anniversary specials now. Garlic 1 pound for $9.95. Russet potatoes 5 pounds $17.95. Grill Master Burger patties 2 pounds $49.95. Golden Brand margarine 4 for $19.95. Anchor cheddar cheese 250 grams 2 for $44.95. Richport vegetable oil 500 ml 3 for $19.95. With every $300 you spend at any Southern Food Basket, you can qualify to win a brand new Suzuki Grand Vitara. Much more prizes to be won, including Caribbean getaways, staycations, and shopping sprees.
Chiclesia Limited, the Caribbean's largest manufacturers of plain and printed paper bags, leaders in plastic bags, vermicelli, split piece powder, and greaseproof paper, ideal for doubles, french fries, and sandwiches. Supplying stores nationwide. For quality products, trust Chiclesia Limited, 665-3336.
Mom, Dad, this is Trevor.
Hi. He's no Kieran.
Back up.
Swing? That's why he crossed the road.
It was funny when Kieran said it.
Oh, who could that be?
We're like the parents who don't miss your ex.
I can't believe Kieran is in the neighborhood.
CG United. Good like that.
Welcome to the Tire Club, the Caribbean's largest tire warehouse. Come into our warehouse where we stock all the top brands. All major brands for cars, SUVs, 4x4s, trucks, tractors, all in one location. Top brands like Gremax, Step Rising, Duron, Comfort-Sal, Firemac, and many others. Here at the Tire Club, purchase 4 tires. Get free installation, free speed balancing, and a free complimentary t-shirt. Our expert team is ready to help, where quality, service, and value comes together.
Bounce back when bottles is on me. I'm pushing a new pen, rewriting the story. Hello to my old ways, goodbye to the nosebleeds. You fighting the stage.
Welcome back. For some folks, their smartphones are like an extra limb, and that's not just true for adults. But new research recommends parents not give smartphones to children under the age of 13.
For tonight's Wellness Wednesday, Angelo Jedediah tells us why less screen time could mean more peace of mind for children.
Wellness Wednesday, brought to you by BioStrath. Get what you need naturally.
It's no secret that smart devices like phones and tablets play a major role in our daily lives. For many, it may seem impossible to go a day without them. And for children, it's no different. A recent global study that assessed nearly 2 million people across more than 160 countries found a strong link between smartphone use in children under the age of 13 and mental health challenges, especially among girls.
There's something called the prefrontal cortex, and this is the part in the brain that governs impulse control, governs emotional regulation, as well as complex decision making. So at that age, a child's brain is still developing, and it's important to note that delaying smartphone exposure may allow the brain region to develop with less inference from highly stimulating digital environments.
Counseling psychologist Stephanie Sam explains that children's brains are still developing, making them more vulnerable to the effects of screen time. Research also found that the earlier a child gets a smartphone, the more their mental health and well-being tend to decline. And with access to social media, many face disrupted sleep, cyberbullying, and strained family relationships.
Once you have proper structure systems in place and parents ensure that they monitor their child's usage on the device, that therefore they would have sound mental health.
And with technology everywhere, many parents may face resistance when they try to reduce screen time. But Sam says open communication can make a difference.
Parents need to use more empathetic and clear language, so they can simply say, we understand you want to connect like your friends, but this decision isn't a way of punishment, but a way to help you use the device safely when you're ready. And we'll explore this together.
And while apps and parental controls can help manage screen use, encouraging children to unplug is often the best option. Whether it's playing outside, kicking a ball, or reading a book, the most valuable connection children can make isn't through Wi-Fi, it's with the world around them. Angelo Jatadaya, CNC3 News.
Wellness Wednesday, brought to you by BioStrath. Get what you need naturally.
All right, K-Marie is back. K-Marie, there was a lot of rain in Central today.
Yes, not only in Central Trinidad, actually East Trinidad, even in Port of Spain and some western areas experienced that. And that's because we had a weather alert in effect, and that's where I want to begin tonight. As you may know, Trinidad and Tobago was under an adverse weather alert from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. today, which meant a high potential for isolated heavy showers, particularly favoring hilly areas. Now, what does this all mean? Let's break it down. There are 4 alert levels, from green to yellow to orange to red. Today, we were under a yellow level alert. Whenever we're under a yellow level, it means the public is advised to monitor conditions. If the alert becomes orange, then you secure your property and yourself. And of course, if it increases to a red level alert, then you'll be strongly advised to take shelter or evacuate depending on where you are. At this time, we're no longer under any alert, but it is important to ensure that our viewers are always made aware of what we're supposed to do. So what did the yellow level alert cause? Across the Twin Island, we did experience gusty winds and showers, mainly during the morning to midday period. There were reports of heavy rainfall in East Trinidad as well as Central Trinidad. Thankfully, no reports of any major flooding taking place. Now, these conditions are of course common during the rainy season. For tonight, the Met Office is forecasting partly cloudy and hazy conditions, with temperatures forecast to get down to 23 degrees Celsius at Piaco and 25 degrees Celsius at Crown Point. Those conditions will continue into the morning. It is also expected to be breezy during the course of the day, and it is forecast to become occasionally cloudy as well. Similar to today's conditions, actually, you can look out for scattered showers and the possible isolated thunderstorm. If that's making you question in your head if you want to go to the beach tomorrow, well, let's take a look at what the Met Office is saying. The Met Office is forecasting moderate sea levels and waves between 1.5 to 2.5 meters in open waters and near 1 meter in sheltered areas. But it is important to know that it can become occasionally choppy, so keep that in mind if you do plan to head to the sea. Now, what's taking place as we look ahead to the rest of the days? We're actually seeing a trend here. Now, temperatures are forecast to get up to 31 degrees Celsius and as low as 23 degrees Celsius. It is also expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy conditions. Occasional showers are expected and the chance of an isolated thunderstorm as well. This can be expected Thursday, Friday, and even well into Saturday as well. Now, I think that means I should invest in a new umbrella or maybe a pair of rain boots, unless one of my generous colleagues would like to share that with me.
We'll try to arrange some for you, me, and Kijan, clearly, yes, because that weather is not looking good at all. Good thing none of us have plans to go to the beach. All right, let's take a short break. We'll be right back.
Nature's Ways Alive Kids Gummies are multivitamin gummies meant to support the development of children's bodies, like their bones, muscles, joints, brain, heart, and also their immune health. Choose Alive Kids Gummies by Nature's Way because they deserve it.
Food Basket. Food Basket, nation's #1 supermarket, bakery, restaurant, meat market, fresh producers, everything fantastic. For everyday low price, things real nice. Come in once, but to come back twice. Wholesale, retail, everything for you. A remush, a water shop, where go view. Food Basket, the nation's #1 supermarket, bakery, restaurant, meat market, fresh producers, everything fantastic. Food Basket, hypermarket, Arima, where shopping is a pleasure and the price is right.
Your heart does so much for your body, your life, your loved ones. But modern stress, diet, and lifestyle can tip the balance, especially with every passing day. Heart XL delivers high-potency omega-7 palmitoleic acid from sustainable pollock oil to elevate HDL and support a healthy metabolism.
Inflammation and low HDL put your heart at risk.
Heart XL's omega-7 helps reduce C-reactive protein and support healthy HDL, keeping your heart strong.
Heart XL. Nourish your heart. Sustain your life.
New Superstay Teddy Tent from Maybelline, New York. Blurred mats, no transfer. Up to 12-hour wear, and a plush feel. New Superstay Teddy Tent, Maybelline, New York.
Shop Southern Food Basket anniversary specials now. Carrots, 3 packs for $19.95. Lentils, 2 pounds, 1 for $13.95. Creamery ice cream assorted, 1 gallon, 2 for $90. Bright Wash laundry detergent powder, assorted, 900 grams, 2 for $19.95. Snuggle bathroom tissue, 12-pack, 1 for $19.95. Clorox, 1 gallon, 1 for $26.95. With every $300 you spend at any Southern Food Basket, you can qualify to win a brand new Suzuki Grand Vitara. Much more prizes to be won, including Caribbean getaways, staycations, and shopping sprees.
This Christmas in July, Bright Ideas is lighting up your home like it's Christmas morning. Unwrap 25% off all lighting, fixtures, and chandeliers all month long. From sleek modern pieces to statement chandeliers, it's the perfect time to refresh your space and reveal something bright and beautiful. Check our 8 locations or online at brightideashomestore.com or on the Bright Ideas mobile app. This Christmas in July, it's time to shine. Bright Ideas. Slay the savings.
Things don't always go as expected. Be ready with Trinry for auto, home, business and group life. Call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Huge insurance premium. Pay your premiums bit by bit with FlexiPay from Trinry. For more manageable auto, home and commercial insurance payments, call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Trinry. Premier insurance coverage for less.
Food Basket. Food Basket, nation's #1 supermarket, bakery, restaurant, meat market, fresh produce and everything fantastic. For everyday low price, things real nice. Come in once, but to come back twice. Wholesale, retail, everything for you. A remush, a water, shop, fair, go view. Food Basket, the nation's #1 supermarket, bakery, restaurant, meat market, fresh produce and everything fantastic. Food Basket, Marketplace Shaguanas, where shopping is a pleasure and the price is right.
Dress like you mean business. At The Working Woman, we bring you stylish, professional looks made for the modern woman. From casual to formal workwear, we've got your professional wardrobe covered.
This is not a procedure. It's just a hard-working cream.
Revitalift Triple Power with pro-retinol, hyaluronic acid, and vitamin C visibly reduces wrinkles, firms, and brightens skin in 1 week.
Ladies, it's time to ask for more.
Revitalift Triple Power by L'Oreal Paris.
Guyana's Minister of Natural Resources, Vikram Bharat, says his country remains open to partnering with Trinidad and Tobago on reopening the Petrotrin refinery. Bharat, who oversees energy, noted Guyana will carefully consider several factors.
He was asked whether Guyana will reconsider its position with the Kamala Persad-Bissessar government setting up a committee to look into the feasibility of reopening the refinery. That committee is being headed by former Energy Minister Kevin Ramnarine.
It will cost a lot to restart, to get it back into operation. We also have to look at the operational cost and also the capacity of it. In today's world too, we have to look at the emission level, the technology being used. These are all things that have to be considered before, of course, we can make a more informed statement or decision with regards to it.
Minister Bharat acknowledged a letter from Energy Minister Dr. Rudal Munilal geared towards having discussions. However, he said any conversation between TNT and Guyana will have to take place after the country's September 1st elections.
I did receive a letter from Minister Munilal, and I must say that I'm in direct contact with Minister Munilal. But as you're aware, we have elections due in Guyana on the 4th of September. So I would have indicated to him that any further talks would have to be after election, because we are confident as a political party that we will regain government.
Well, you can look out for the full episode on the Big Interview program in the coming weeks.
Let's throw it over now to Jassy with sport.
Thank you, guys. Here's a look at what we have coming up after the break. From Southampton to South Trinidad, Chelsea and England star Levi Colwill reconnects with his Trinbagonian roots.
Shop Southern Food Basket anniversary specials now. Tyson leg quarters $9.95 per pound. Fiesta peas and carrots 3 for $19.95. Hungry Jack pancakes mix choco chips. Buttermilk 7 ounce 2 for $19.95. Tobo Benny chocolate 200 grams 2 for $17.95. Colgate Great regular flavor 4 ounces 2 for $28.95. With every $300 you spend at any Southern Food Basket, you can qualify to win a brand new Suzuki Grand Vitara. Much more prizes to be won, including Caribbean getaways, staycations, and shopping sprees.
There's a powerful switch inside your body, AMPK. It tells your system to burn fat, balance blood sugar, and boost energy. Berberine Plus activates AMPK naturally, supporting metabolism, weight management, and healthy insulin function. Available now at Pennywise and leading pharmacies nationwide. Berberine Plus, powered by AMPK, perfected by nature.
At Cruise Inn Hotel and Yachting Center, we're all about time. In fact, once you check in, there's no time to lose. Reconnect with a little family time. Make a splash with some pool time. Spend some treasured quality time. Or just immerse yourself in some quiet time. Indulge your senses at dinner time. We even have the perfect venue when it's your celebration time. So it's high time you visit Cruise Inn. Choose our day pass or call 607-4000 to make your dinner or hotel reservations or to find out more about our event spaces. Take a time out at Cruise Inn Hotel and Yachting Center.
It's Christmas in July at Bright Ideas, and we're turning up the heat with our biggest event yet, Slay the Savings. From tents to tables, your favorite store is packed like a Christmas tree with real deals on stuff you actually want. Kitchen, bedroom, decor, and more. From mega combos to unbelievable discounts to once-a-year deals, it's all out and ready to grab now. Every day, check out Facebook and Instagram to see what we're unwrapping next. Can't make it in store? No problem. Shop online at brightideyashomestore.com or download the Bright Ideas mobile app. It's festive, fabulous, and only while stocks last. Bright Ideas, Slay the Savings is on.
Dust from the Saharan desert, over 6,000 kilometres away, travels across the Atlantic to our little island, filling the air we breathe with tiny dust particles that can trigger an inflammatory response when inhaled into the lungs.
Saharan dust travels far and triggers inflammation. Omega XL helps reduce it at the source. Support your body from within.
Be the architect of your dream home at Richmond Park, Cunupia. Choose your land and create the home you desire. Lots start from 5,000 square feet and homes from 1,700 square feet. First 7 lucky buyers get $50,000 off your purchase. Use up to $25,000 towards your down payment. Richmond Park, where home isn't just a place, it's a feeling. Prices range from 1.8 to 2.4 million. Madras Main Road, Cunupia, for 355-7703.
Plumbing problems? Don't guess. Call Plumbing Solutions at 628-4646. Proud to be serving Trinidad and Tobago for over 20 years. We do it all. Maintenance and repairs, new construction, sewer lines, inspection, drain cleaning, leak detection. We are licensed and insured. So call Plumbing Solutions at 628-4646.
Get the best in affordable eyewear. Frames with blue filter lenses and eye exam, $399. Single vision lenses with transitions on designer frames, $799. Progressive transitions with designer frames, $1,399. Happening only at Seaview Optical. Affordable eye care for everyone.
Welcome back. It's time for sport. 36 of this country's national athletes have seen their hard work and preparation go up in smoke. This after both the men's and women's hockey teams failed to gain vital government support to facilitate their appearances at the Pan American Hockey Cups. More in this story from Jovan Ravello.
Trinidad and Tobago qualified for both the men's and women's Pan American Outdoor Hockey Cups against all odds, and without a turf at home on which to train for almost a decade. The men's team's qualification was confirmed in September 2024. The women qualified in January 2022 after a top 6 finish in the previous cup. Now, neither team will compete at the respective final tournaments. The men were scheduled to play their opening match against Chile in Montevideo, Uruguay tomorrow, while the women were meant to face the same country on Friday. But today, the Pan American Hockey Federation informed its member states from North, Central, South America and the Caribbean that TNT's teams will not be involved. TNT Hockey Board President Willard Harris tells Guardian Media Sport the withdrawal comes after months of appeals for a clearer funding picture.
We put in our final estimate in April, right? And this is before the general elections, or just around that time. The government changed. The board sports wrote us acknowledging receipt, but they didn't have a board. But they were pursuing whatever they had to do to forward it to the relevant authorities.
Harris notes that the tournaments serve as the region's World Cup qualifier, but says rather than getting a shot at taking TNT hockey to the world stage again, the board is now faced with fines and penalties.
Well, first of all, a loss of any deposits that have been put towards the tournament will be fined by the Pan Am Hockey Federation under their withdrawals policy because they are deemed to be withdrawn. We will also face that any cost that the local organizing committee in Uruguay has incurred so far with regard to preparation for Trinidad and Tobago, like the other teams. That cost, once audited, would be subject to us paying that.
TNT's absence will also attract penalties from tournament media and broadcast partner ESPN, setting the local board further back. In recent times, Trinidad and Tobago's hockey teams have scraped into regional tournaments, arriving the day before and even on match days. Harris weighed the knock-on effects of this latest debacle.
I assume it will impact the psyche of the current players. It will impact our standing with the Pan Am. Even maybe our participation internationally.
In a letter to the editor set to be published in tomorrow's Guardian, one parent says the blow has reverberated throughout the team's ranks. He says on top of equipment expenses and a 7-day training schedule, the players have made significant sacrifices and are collectively crestfallen. Repeated calls and messages to Minister of Sport Philip Watt's mobile phone for comment bore no fruit. Jovan Ravello, CNC3 Sport.
Well, in related news, the Tennis Association of Trinidad and Tobago has also announced the postponement of most of its Summer of Tennis program due to a delay in disbursement of funding approved by the previous administration. The association is unable to pay outstanding bills and has limited resources to host this year's full 7-tournament run between July and August. Those include the 2 ITF Junior and 3 Kotec age group tournaments. Today's release noted that cancellations will affect the National Racquet Center's bronze certification, player development, as well as reduce competitive opportunities for the region's tennis players. We'll continue to follow those 2 stories in the coming days. Cricket now. West Indies lost their 5th straight match on Australia's visit to the Caribbean last night, losing the second T20 at Sabina Park in Jamaica. The Aussies, who won the Test match series 3-0, have now taken a 2-0 lead in the 5-match T20 series. Ian Wason has the details.
Just like in the first T20, Australia won the toss and chose to bowl at West Indies. The home team had a decent start from Brandon King and Shea Hope, with King eager to impress his Jamaican home crowd. He hit 4 sixes in his 51 but was first to be dismissed with a score on 63. Hope followed soon after, not sure where this shot was manufactured, 63 for 2. Shimron Hetmeyer sparked briefly, but he was third out for 14. Adam Zampa took 2 wickets in 1 over to turn back Ruston Chase for a laboured 16 from 16. And Shafin Rutherford for a duck as the home team slumped to 98 for 5. That brought the man of the moment to the crease, Andre Russell, in his last international match. Dreaming of living up to his Superman moniker at his Sabina Park home crowd, Russell hit 4 meaty sixes and 2 fours. He looked set to single-handedly drag his team by the scruff before departing on 36 from 15 balls. Gudakesh Moti slammed an unbeaten 18 as West Indies closed on 172 for 8 from 20 overs. In defense of that, they got early success with the wickets of Glenn Maxwell and Mitchell Marsh inside the power play.
But then the real West Indies appeared. Just Inglis was given a life. And another difficult effort gave Green a stay of execution as well. Both batters made the hosts pay for that generosity. And with their effortless six hitting, Australia pushed to 173 for 2 in 15.2 overs. The 30-20s on Friday. Ian Wason, CNC3 Sport.
Well, after this latest defeat, West Indies captain Shea Hope reflected on where his team went wrong. He pointed to the batting, which collapsed for the second consecutive match after decent starts.
If you look at the Aussie batters, when they went to go big, they basically cleared the ropes every single time. And can't really say the same for our batters. So just about being precise with our execution when we bat. And then the same thing goes when we bowl. We haven't really been hitting those wide Yorkers and those straight Yorkers that we really practice in the nets. I think when we're trying to go wide, we're just not going as wide as we need to. So I think it's boiled down to execution.
Now, despite the negatives he identified in the team's performances, Hope was also able to highlight areas for commendation as they now head to St. Kitts.
From a bowling standpoint, we've been getting wickets with the new ball, something that we keep speaking about all the time. We want to make sure we put some pressure on the opposition whenever we start in the bowling department. And Kingy back in the runs again. He's been playing really well throughout the series, tests and now the T20s.
Well, 8 local karatekas kicked and punched their way to a collective 28 awards at the 2025 U.S. Open Martial Arts Championship at the weekend. The group from the Pyramid Martial Arts Academy walked away with 4 first-place awards, 9 second-place awards, 9 third-place awards, and 6 finalist medals from the event held in Orlando, Florida. Head coach Shane Dyer says his athletes gave their all, telling CNC3 Sport that he was extremely proud to see the competitors stand on the podium waving the national flag. The winners ranged in ages from 9 to 38 years old, and this was the 3rd time the Pyramid Academy took part in this event. Congratulations to all winners and even all participants. Well, freshly minted Club World Cup winner Levi Colwill wants to make an impact on future generations of Trinidadians. The England and Chelsea FC defender, who has Trini grandparentage, is in the country on his 2nd ever visit. On Wednesday morning, Colwill touched down in his grandmother's hometown of Faizabad. Guardian Media Sport was there. Less than 2 weeks ago, Levi Colwill was a central figure in Chelsea FC's successful FIFA Club World Cup run. Though he was draped in the England flag then, many would be surprised to learn of his Trini roots. Colwill's recent success and heritage explains the buzz around the Delhi Road Recreation Ground, Faizabad today, where dozens of adoring fans gathered for a glimpse of the 22-year-old Chelsea and England star. Colwill's paternal grandmother hails from Faizabad, which dictated grandson's itinerary on his first visit in 13 years.
I wasn't born in Trinidad. My nan's obviously from Trinidad, but when I come back here, the people remind me so much of myself, where it's a good vibe, everyone chills, or as they like to say, lime, everyone limes, and that's what I do, this is how I am as a person, so to come back is just really easy for me.
But Colwill's time here goes beyond kicking his feet up, and though unable to specify his plans, he wants to leave some meaningful impact, which he hopes begins with the Faizabad United Football Club.
Today is not a one-off. It's not a one-off because he got bigger plans, you know, and he is going to come back. If he don't come back, I'm here 3 times a year. So without Nan, it's not going to go on.
Over the future, I'd love to be able to help with any way I can with the community, the local communities, and try and help the kids, and anything I can do to make a difference. I'm not going to come here and say that, you know, I'm going to change Trinidad, because I'm not stupid. It's going to take years, and as long as I can make a 1% difference, that's enough for me.
Tomorrow, it's back to his homeland, England, but Colwill hopes to continue making his mark here, leaving as much inspiration in his second home as he takes away from it, with hopes of returning soon. Well, La Furia Roja left it late in their women's Euro semi-final today, but then came Bonmati the Bold for our Sport High. That's it for sport, guys.
And we'll be right back. Stay with us.
Embrace life with Guardian Life.
Every sunrise brings a new beginning, a quiet promise that we're never truly alone in life's journey.
So grateful for this precious life. Embrace it with a fearless stride. Dig so deep to turn your dreams to reality. With a bright future on your side. Through every journey you will find what you've earned and accomplished. You now deserve to be. Embrace life with Guardian Life. Only you can pave the road for your legacy. Embrace life with Guardian Life. Every step is one step closer to live easy.
Embrace life with Guardian Life. Life, health insurance, and pension solutions.
There's something here for everyone, from baby to adulthood. Anything you need, it is right here at Food Basket Super 99.
Food Basket Super 99, affordable and trendy. Food Basket Super 99 Arima, where fashion meets affordability.
Make your lashes a big deal.
New Paradise Big Deal Mascara by L'Oreal Paris. A cross-conic brush for buildable length that lasts. Buildable volume that doesn't clump, no matter how much you layer.
That's a big deal. New Paradise Big Deal Mascara by L'Oreal Paris. You're worth it.
Visit Tire Clinic Marketing, New Truck and OTR Tire Service Center at number 30 and 32 Montrose Main Road, Chabonas. Call today at 665-8973 or 672-3419. Alignment services available. Tire Clinic Marketing, Truck and OTR Service Center. A tire for every need.
Feeling off balance? Your body might be missing AMPK. It's your natural reset, regulating how your body stores fat and processes sugar. Berberine Plus activates AMPK, helping your cells use energy better, reduce fat, and keep sugar levels in check. Berberine Plus, now at Pennywise and leading pharmacies nationwide.
So I hear Beta Homes has the best kitchens.
You heard right. We have Shaker Style, Modern Euro, and Hardwood.
I like this one. Can I test it right here, right now?
Sure, but how are you gonna do that?
All right, you all, come inside. Are you ready?
Time to live. Oh, a spice rack.
Soft closed door hinges. Oh, this countertop's nice, well. It's hot enough.
So, what do you think?
Well, this 100%.
Is it.
I'll take it.
Build the kitchen you love for less at Beta Homes, Caroni or French Street.
A global biodiversity alliance is now a reality after heads of government, the private sector and members of the indigenous communities signed on today in Guyana.
Ryan Bechu is in Georgetown for the conference. He joins us now.
Just after 2 p.m. today, several heads of government from CARICOM put pen to paper, making this alliance a reality. But now, this is where the real work begins.
It is not just another conference. It is a platform for implementation.
A promise and a pact as the Global Biodiversity Alliance Summit opened in Guyana on Wednesday morning. CARICOM leaders Dr. Ralph Gonzalez and Mia Motley were present on the opening day. This summit comes as a biodiversity crisis grips the world. 10 million hectares of forests are lost each year. 1 million species are in danger of becoming extinct. Wetlands are disappearing 3 times faster than forests. To arrest this crisis, President Ali is calling for global collaboration.
Biodiversity remains grossly underfunded. Today, we invest just $200 billion per year in nature. But to meet the global biodiversity framework targets, we need at least $700 billion annually. That means we must more than triple global finance for nature.
In addition to calling for a tripling of global financing for nature, the Guyanese president called developmental banks to the table to drive this financing. He said fruitful discussions were had on Tuesday with the business leaders of the UN's Conference of Parties. COP30 President Andre Correa de Lago is expected to address the plenary on Thursday. As the summit continued, news of the International Court of Justice's landmark ruling that countries have legal obligations under international law to protect the climate system filtered through. Mia Motley immediately reacted.
Beyond its legal obligations that it establishes through this advisory opinion, it sends the signal of what is morally right for the world to do in terms of the settlement of policy.
Just before lunch, the heads of government, private sector, indigenous people and other stakeholders sat in a line and signed on to the alliance, one they hope will grow in numbers and influence. Kijan, Bavita, the heads of government know that they have a long road ahead when it comes to this alliance. I asked one local government official here why several other CARICOM nations weren't represented at this alliance summit, and they said that they were invited and I should ask them. Kijan, Bavita, back to you.
Thanks, Ryan. Well, that brings us to the end of tonight's newscast. I'm Bhavita Gopalchan.
I'm Kijan Haynes.
I am Jassy Marie.
And I'm Kay Marie Fletcher. Have a good night.